Hello, all the crazy people out there. My name is Dragonite. Welcome back to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. So last time, something very big erupted in the middle of this here classroom, and someone who shall not be named is, in a very real way, at the center of it. And then some kind of nonsense erupted in the middle of the town of Winterhold, and we had to go and bail them out. And I'm sure the villagers aren't super happy with us right now for letting our nonsense escape containment again. Anyway, we dealt with that. We've got to talk to Mirabelle Irvine again.
Well, is everything out there all right?
For now.
Wish I could say the same for us. Tolfdir and I can try and keep this contained. You need to get your hands on the staff of Magnus, now.
Alright, so, why me, or you really think the staff will help? I feel like we passed that point in the conversation. I'm just gonna go head out to Labyrinthian.
What? Are you sure? The staff is there. That can't be a coincidence.
Okay, so I guess you weren't filled in on what happened. Well, a lot of things happened at once. I can't really blame you for that.
Savos, before he died, he gave me something just a little while ago. He told me it was from Labyrinthian and that I would know what to do with it when the time came. I think he meant this for you then. I'm not sure why, but there was something very personal about it for him. I think you should take this amulet. It belonged to Savos, but I think it would do you the most good now. Take it and get out of here. Bring back that staff before Ancano brings the whole college down around us.
Alright. That is our next assignment. Savos Aron's amulet has been added. What does that do? I don't know what that enchantment is for off the top of my head. Savos Aron's amulet is probably going to be down at the bottom. Increases my magicka by 50 points. Okay. I am going to go and equip that because the Sarthal amulet, which I had, spells cost 3% less to cast. That's not really all that interesting. If I sort by what other amulets do I have? Do I have anything worth magicka regenerates 25% faster? That might be better than just having more magicka. I think I'll equip that instead. I've got a lot of these. Some of them have enchantments on them, some of them don't. I've been hanging on to the amulets of the divine just in case there's any like quests that requires them, and also because they don't weigh much and it is kind of fun to have a complete set. I do kind of want to see if I can have a complete set by the end of the game. Anyway, is there anything else I need to do before heading off? Should I sell some of my garbage? I probably should. How much garbage do I have? And at what point am I gonna learn to stop calling it garbage? Right, so whatever I'm going to call it, I have gone and sold most of these stuff in my inventory, and we're now down to 222 carry weight, which is honestly probably still more than I'd really like to be running around with, but I don't feel like spending any more time on that than I already have. We are going to go and head off to Labyrinthian. Labyrinthian is a ruin which you might have run across during your travels before this point in the game. For example, if during the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller main story quest you ran from, for example, Whiterun over to Ustengrav, you probably passed through Labyrinthian on the way, but when I did that quest, I took the carriage to Morthal, and I'm going to fast travel to Morthal now, and I just, I ran over to Ustengrav from Morthal, and I'm going to do basically the same thing, but going the opposite direction now, back to Labyrinthian. So, if I run up this way, we're probably going to have to do a little bit of the whole, like, Skyrimming over the mountains and like roughing it as we run across the landscape, and hopefully it's not going to be too much of that. Hello. Okay. Ow. Ow. Go away. You, sir, almost got the better of me. Yeah, maybe let's actually keep my my fire out and also my friends out if it's gonna be like that. All right, we can just be prepared, I suppose. Anyway, oh, hello. Great, another distraction. Oh, I see there's a, oh no, that's just a Nordic ruin, that's not a burial mound, really. Is the dragon gonna run off? If the dragon is gonna run off, I'm not gonna chase it. So, Labyrinthian, we can already see the map marker coming into focus up there. Exactly what the easiest way to get up there is gonna be, I'm not sure. Oh, come on, it's coming back. Maybe if I can at least, like, fight it on flat ground, that'll help. If I come up this way, is there going to be, like, a staircase that goes up there? You can see how many debuffs I have on like the stamina regeneration from drinking all that wine when I went into my inventory. It doesn't look like. I feel like there should be a flight of stairs. Oh, you're my guy. You're not. All right. Thought you were like a enemy skeleton or something coming after me. But let's try going this way around the mountain and see if I can find, because I know there should be one, because I ran down it in past playthroughs when I do come over the mountain the other way. There we go. All right. That's actually a bigger staircase than I remembered it being. I remembered it just being like a small and rickety passage, but maybe I'm thinking of somewhere else. So let's go up here, and this is, I believe, the lore on Labyrinthian is that it was at one point a trading outpost in the historical timeline of like Tamriel, where trading caravans would pass through here when they go between cities. Because I suppose it's a fairly direct route if you don't mind going over the mountains and if you don't mind fighting all these frost trolls that like to live here. Much more so than going all the way south around like Falkreath, if you want to go from like Solitude or Markarth to one of the eastern regions. Anyway, there's a lot to explore in this room before we actually go in anywhere. A lot of the exploring does kind of pertain to to frost trolls that are trying to eat your face. I will be dealing with them as they come up. We are past the point in the game where we should be able to take care of frost trolls without too much trouble. But if they sneak up on us, although I'm not sure how well they're going to really be able to do that because they do kind of make a lot of noise, we'll probably have to be a little careful because they can still do a lot of damage in one hit, even at where I am right now. Health-wise. Okay, so Lydia is going and making friends with this one over here. Alright. Oh, okay. No friendly fire? I thought you were gonna end up in the line of fire of that one, Lydia. Let's go get our friends out. They should be some help in the immediate term future when we're going to be dealing with a couple of those. Let's see. I see another dot up here. I see you running around up there on top of that staircase. Do I hear 2 instances of combat music playing? I do. That is, like, audibly confusing. Hopefully that will not persist after this fight is over. Goodbye. Am I going to get any of those bone arrows? No, no bone arrows from that one. Or is that the skeleton that fired that one and not Lydia? Anyway, let's see what's in here. That is just some gold. There's a couple of different places you can enter Labyrinthian. And we will be going and visiting a lot of them in due course. But let me just activate this map marker up here and see exactly what its name is. This is Lost Valkig. All right, so I want to say there's a dragon priest that lives in there. I'm going to bring those back. I want to say there's a dragon priest that lives in there, but that will be a story for another day. What about up here? Okay, so I see another frost troll, stupid hairy bottom. I see another frost troll up there. We can go and deal with you. We are facing south right now. I believe this is going to be the passage that leads through the mountain and back towards Whiterun. So we're just going to go and loot your body. And if I were to run this way, we're going to be going... Yeah, that way is that would lead you towards Whiterun. We're not going to go there. What else is there for me to explore up here? So there's a couple of these. This is a very large Nordic ruin. This might actually be the largest Nordic ruin in the entire game. There's a bunch of these like burial mounds. There's a bunch of these like barrow-shaped things over here. Anything back here? Shalador's Maze. That sounds exciting. I'll make a point to go and visit that later. Maybe after I do the College of Winterhold, like immediately after that, I'll just go and run around Labyrinthian a little bit and stick my head inside things and see if I can find anything exciting. I was already there. If I go up, can I go under this this ruin here? Is there gonna be anything fun in here? I think I know what is in here. All right, I know what this is. I've actually never done this. But there is a particularly peculiar altar with a dragon-shaped, like, figurehead thing. And a note, hired thugs missive. It seems like an easy enough job. Grows and me done plenty like it before. Some chinless Briton wants bodyguards for a trip into the mountains. Fine, easy clink for us. He goes on about this twice-forsaken mask of his the whole way, of course. Got a pretty good laugh when Gruz snatched it and put it on her face. He threatened to fire us for that one. Not smart out here on your own. He realized that right fast and shut up about not paying. So we get here. He thumbs through some of his papers and mutters to himself, never you mind that me and Gross had cut through 10 stinking trolls just to get him here, and without so much as a warning, poof, he's put on that mask and vanished. Could have put my hands on his throat that one moment. The next tease, not so much as thin air. Alright. That's a little spooky. Well, after a while, we didn't know what to do, and Gross picks up her gear and head home. When he poops back, the mask in his hand. Begs us not to leave. Says he needs us to wait, that this is what he's paying us for. Then he puts the mask back on his sorry face, and he's gone again. I've seen cloaks to invisibility before, but a few swings of my fist proved he wasn't pulling that one. Nothing there to hit. He shows up again, tells us he just needs more time, has to figure out something about the masks, and vanishes again. That was yesterday, and I'm done here twiddling my thumbs and writing letters to myself. We're leaving come sunrise, and if he shows up again, I promise Azura, I'm putting this dagger through his chest to keep him in one place. That's one way to do it. Just pinning someone to this plane of reality with a dagger. Where were we? We'll pull more loot off him dead than he could have paid alive, but not the mask. That cursed thing can stand right with him for all, and the trolls right here. So that is a little hint as to the significance of this here altar. The wooden mask is not to be found around here, is it? The wooden mask... Orcish dagger. Well, somebody ended up with a dagger in them. The wooden mask is probably somewhere else in the game. I will come back here once I have picked up all of the Dragon Priest masks. All, like, 7 of them or 8 of them or however many of them there are. I can, for example, put Nakreen. I think I can put Nakreen down. No? Can I not put Nakreen down? Anyway, we'll be back here. That should be... fun little project. Again, it's something I've never done on this game before. And now, I think that's been enough fooling around. We're gonna go up here. And I believe where we actually have to go for this here College of Winterhold quest is gonna be this part of the ruin. Lydia, you following? Alright, she's on her way. Savos Aaron! I would say in the flesh, except very much not.
Let's not waste any more time.
Are we truly sure this is a good idea?
We'll be back at the college before anyone even knows we're gone.
You would care about that, since you're the Archmage's favorite.
Don't forget, this whole idea was Atma's to begin with.
Let's just get inside. See what's in there.
So, I believe we've seen ghostly processions like this before. I believe when we did the Bard's College, there was a little bit of a ghostly procession. So Savos Aaron, this seems to be a bit of a memory of his from back in the day, which would explain why he had that. I don't know if I don't think I actually showed what it was in my inventory, but it was basically a door handle that looks a bit like this, which is the key to this location. And we're gonna go inside and we're gonna follow them in their footsteps. We've got some skeletons laid out on the ground. This is not the most profitable arrangement of skeletons, which is something that's completely wild to say out loud. But once we walk a little further,
Looks on their faces when we come back. Enchanted weapons, tomes of ancient knowledge, Shalador's secrets themselves. Who knows what we could find?
Savos, there he goes. So this, I believe the implication is that this is a bit of a school project of his back in the day. It said that he was the Archmage's favorite, which implies that he wasn't the Archmage yet. That's a spell tome for telekinesis arrows. Let's see what that is exactly about. Spell tome for telekinesis arrows. Huh. That, I think, is one of the arrow-related, Anniversary Edition Creation Club pieces of content. It's not one that I'm especially familiar with. I would like a light. If it's all the same to you. Let's see. All right, that's just some mushrooms. I should probably put my defenses up, right? I think I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I probably might want to be ready to fight some things down here, but let's see. If we follow the ghostly procession, oh, is there going to be no more ghosts here? Okay, so on the other side of that gate, there's a lot of Lydia. I've seen Lydia get stuck in these gates before, so I want to. Oh, all right. Well, she's going to get stuck in the gates again. All right, come on, Lydia. Oh, hello. I did not expect you to emerge until we were, like, a little bit further in there. Let's, so there's a skeletal dragon here. I'm gonna go deal with the skeletons. The skeletons are just minor annoyances. They're, not especially strong. I can take them all out with one hit if I put my back into it. Oh, come on. That was cheap a dodge. I would like to not have to, like, 1v6 this dragon, though. And if I go and... I don't actually know which one... Okay, so I don't think any of these skeletons are mine. Alrighty then. So it is no longer like 1 on 7, and we're gonna go and take care of the skeletal dragon here. How about we go and... Wow, that did a lot... You are not very strong. Alright, we can pull 5 dragon bones off of your corpse. I think I will, if you don't mind. But... Alright, so assuming that you are responsible for my own skeleton being no longer alive... You did a fair amount of attack with that frost breath attack of yours, but you did not really put up much of a fight in terms of really dragging this out for any length of time. Potion of healing. All right. So let's go, and I don't think there's anything really interesting in this room. This room really only exists to serve as a mini boss for that dragon. How the dragon got in here? Nobody knows. It doesn't have a dragon name. It just said skeletal dragon. But let's see. Okay, it's another ghost. Let's listen to the plot.
We can't go back. Might as well go forward. We can still.
Are the ghosts of your companions not here? Let's see. What does this say? Hail all, brave city Brunmanyar. For these walls shall stand. May enemies see your majesty. May all quake before her. Quake to behold her. I also, by the way, did not get a dragon soul from fighting you. I can't remember if there's any... If that's, like, supposed to happen, or if the game just, like, bugged out and didn't give it to me. Brommunar. I feel like I should know what that means. Yun, J-U-N in the Skyrim dragon language is king. Is Brom Nord? Or is that B-R-O-N? I think that's B-R-O-N. I'll put the translation on of what that word means on screen right now. Anyway, we are through with the first part of Labyrinthian, and we're going to continue onwards a little bit. That was actually not that long, that first part there. Let's see. This is just an urn with gold. Nothing very exciting. This... that drained all my stamina, but fortunately my stamina is regenerating fast enough that I don't really have to worry about that. Speaking of translations, I will also put the translation for that on screen. So that is a Flame of Frost Tome of Frost spells, which is a bit of a hint as to what you have to do. Hello, are you going to ambush me if I do something? I feel like you probably are. Doink. Alright. One shot the Draugr there. Let's see. Where is Lydia? Is she stuck? Is she stuck on the geometry again? There you go. Alright, you were stuck on something. Anyway, so the spell Tome of Flames. Let's go and just equip Flames. Will any fire spell do, or does it have to be Flames specifically? Okay, so any fire spell will do. So we've got a little ghosty fighting us. I do not appreciate having ice spikes shot into me, being, you know, weak to ice and all that. Alright, we'll just steal your ghostly spectral. Well, something is not super happy that I'm here. You are a Draugr, and you are going to go down without too much of a fight. You have an Ice Atronach with you. You're a Draugr Scourge. A little bit of a stronger Draugr there. Am I going to be able to survive this? Okay, so I don't know. That did a lot of damage. Let's go and potion of plentiful healing. I've got 22 potions of vigorous healing somehow. I don't remember when I picked that up, but I'm just going to go and swallow some of those, and we're going to take down the Draugr, and that is in turn going to take down the Atronach that it conjured. You're another Draugr Scourge, and let's see, where's Lydia? Is she stuck again? I don't know where Lydia is. Maybe she's fighting something else. Okay, I heard something use Unrelenting Force. Ow, really? Alright, well, if you insist on one-hit KOing me. Alright, fine, since that other blast did drain my magic again. Doink. Right, so let's try that again, hopefully with a little bit less falling over and dying this time. So this Draugr Scourge is gonna have one of those fancy, war axes that can... hand axes that can one-hit KO me. I am going to, keep you down here, and... oh, great, there's two of them. And staggered. And, let's, use the Fire Breath Shout on you, and that should keep you down for another turn. Was that Unrelenting Force someone that was behind us? It looks like it is. Alright, so... you... yeah, Lydia, you keep him occupied. I will... actually, I guess we'll both, be... there you go. Alright, so you be the up-close one, because you got the actual armor and, health stats and whatnot. And I will stand here in the back, being annoying. Goodbye. Alright, so bone arrows, thank you for those. Let's see, so from here, I think that's all of them. From here, there's a couple places we can go. I don't remember off the top of my head exactly what can be found everywhere in the many branching paths here.
Must I use this guttural language of yours?
So, I realize that English is not the most elegant language ever, but I feel like guttural is not the word that I would use to describe it when the other option is, you know, Dofusul. Anyway, let's see. Up here, okay, so I see there's another friendo down there. And I'm just gonna go take care of you. And is this the way forward, or is this just a very elaborate side room? Let's see. Oh, there's another one. Hello. You were just, kneeling in the middle of the floor there for whatever reason. Silver garnet ring. We'll take that if you don't mind. It looks like this is just a very elaborate side room. Wait, is it? Okay, so this... alright, that is the way forward, that door right there. I'll come back to this little river down there in a moment. First... let's see. Anything worth looting on these shelves? Bone meal. We've picked up a lot of that in here because this is a ruin and there is a lot of bones that you can turn into meal. But I think that's probably about it for up here. All right. What is that? That is an elixir of the Berserker and a filter of enhanced stamina. Let's see. And there's nothing. That's just yeah. Drop down there. We'll be back where we started. So I'd like to go run back up this way because I feel like there's some stuff that I probably could have picked up over here. For example, past these guys. Is this going to loop back around, or is this going to be another side area? This is going to be another side area. Okay, so we got an enchanting table, should we want that. A spell tome for Equilibrium. Equilibrium's an interesting spell. And also Immortal Blood, which is a book which I will not be reading here. Okay, I see what happened here. I am sorry whoever's skull that used to belong to. Let's go and just take those potion ingredients. Anything I really want to use at this enchanting table? I don't suppose I can disenchant anything, no. Alright. And over here, there's an alchemy bench. I could do some alchemy right now. I probably won't. Alright. So that's enough of that side distraction. Let's go run back down to this main area. And we can, let's see, take this little bit of... Oh, hello. So here's one of the Draugr that I knocked over at some point. We can take that little ramp down. There's a collapsed staircase there. So it's very fortunate that enough of the terrain fell down that we can make our way down on our own. And now we are back to where we want to go. All right.
My old friend.
Oh, you got a history, have you? So, I was going to go and step through this door and then end the video, but I think maybe I'm going to actually not do that because I don't know if there's going to be plot that plays out, or at least one of the memories that plays out on the other side, and I'd like to save that for the beginning of the next video. So, until next time, my name is Dragonite. This has been The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Oh, hello, that's an urn route. Next time, we head further into Labyrinthian, and hopefully we'll be able to get to the end. Again, it is a very long dungeon, but I think we made good time here. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.